the swearing in now has concluded, and Abhishek, I think every news break that you and Aishwarya have got for us has proven to be correct. Now, the next question is about the portfolio allocation, Abhishek. How soon could we have a better idea on that?
Well, Deepthi, that should happen tonight because tomorrow morning the taking over, handing over of charge would happen. So it's likely that this should happen in some time. I am expecting within an hour, possibly an hour and a half. What is important is that when I was going through the list and the entire proceedings at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, a couple of thoughts came to my mind. A, this is the most comprehensive rejig or reshuffle midterm we have seen of any government in my memory as a working journalist. And the broad sweep of this entire exercise is, in a way, is going to take some time to understand. For example, Gujarat gets 5 ministers, UP gets 7 more. It already had 6 or 7, or 8 actually, but then with the changes, a couple of them here and there, total 14, 15 ministers. So obviously you understand Uttar Pradesh is going to polls next year. But even otherwise, yes, the broad sweep, the word I used, is the leitmotif of this entire exercise, I would say, in terms of making sure that every aspect of governance is reflected and every aspect of political life of this country, society of this country is reflected in this cabinet, from Tripura to down south in Tamil Nadu and from westernmost parts of Gujarat to the northeast and the east. I think that is something which for me seems to be the sum and substance of this massive exercise undertaken by Prime Minister Modi. The chopping that has happened by itself is a major story which would need some analysis over time. But then prima facie, it seems that Prime Minister has been absolutely clear that performance and delivery are the bottom line so far as his cabinet, his council of ministers and his government is concerned. Deepthi.
Yes, the all-new team Modi is in place. The next focus is going to be on portfolio allocation. And sources actually tell us that could happen in the next 60 minutes or so. Republic, remember, is going to be tracking that story also for you very, very closely, because now the real focus is which are the ministers who get the heavyweight portfolios. We've seen big exits earlier from the Modi cabinet, Dr. Harshvardhan as the health minister, Ravi Shankar Prasad as the IT, the telecom minister, also the law minister, Prakash Javadekar, who was earlier the IMD minister, also the environment minister. After their exit, who really gets those portfolios? But also let's talk a little bit more about the women ministers. 7 new women ministers. Women have seen a fair amount of participation in this cabinet.